Okay, this is the last voyage of the ACS free market. We're going to be doing both optional lines. In order to complete the Singer's whiskey line, you need either Hack 3 or Lockpick 5 to get the whiskey. In order to complete the Otto line, you need either the N-Ray scanner or Engineering 5. I know that the power, at the time of making this video, the power box puzzle for Otto, for me, was glitched, but it's now working, so I know some people have had problems with it. But it is back to working for me, so hopefully it is back to working for you. One of the power lines wouldn't connect. So it is working. But even if the power box isn't working, you can still complete this quest with a good outcome, like getting 3 reputation points from the woman and stuff like that without it, so it's okay. And then we need either Brawny or Sneak for an audio file, which will help with getting the 3 reputation points. And then you might be able to actually get more, but I didn't have Engineering 8, so I don't know. Maybe we'll play with that. Alright, so we are on Free Market Station. I don't know how many extra points I have to float around on this.
Are you interested in advancing the knowledge of Arcadia's history through scientific exploration? What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS free market.
Get to the point.
Do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival, but I held out some hope that you might be able to enlighten me where the station populace has not. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion.
All right, I can lend a hand.
That's great. I can offer you a stipend from my exploratory budget for anything you might manage to discover. Converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and see what your able hand might unearth. I look forward to furthering the cause of history with you.
All right. First off, we're going to head back here. Buried audio log.
Sir, the emergency override mechanisms are still functioning. If we work together, we might level our descent.
There's no stopping the will of the free market, Ensign. The ship's doomed.
Even if you won't help me, I have to try. For Auntie's choice!
Enough.
How noble of you. Worry not. While I'm in my escape pod, I'll be sure to come up with a way to tastefully capitalize on your death.
Alright. This is the first time I'm actually looking at this one. Inspect afterburn coils and interior combustion lattices. Peer between the blackened remnants of the engine's carapace and discover scores upon scores of non-uniform black burst marks. Appears the engine suffered a critical internal malfunction leading to an explosion. On one metal plate, you can barely make out the words, "Property of Auntie's choice. If lost, please return to ACS Free Market." Okay, so there's that. Let's do... We'll do Otto next.
Listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me.
What do you know about the ACS free market?
No. Ships decidedly ain't in my purview. You sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation?
Okay, so you don't have to get it. If your N-Ray scanner if you still have the glitch and it hasn't been fixed for you yet, you don't need it in order to complete this quest. You just need it to get like an advanced decryption key and some loot that's in this room. You just need Engineering 5 to get what you need from him. The acquired info not found is a data pad in his room, so but it'll get you the same place that this will get you.
You can tell? Damnation. Sounds like you know what it's like working with technology. Maybe I can confide in you. Before it crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer, first grade. Had a colleague who was very talented, but not very good at hiding it. Supervisor saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take a blow without dodging.
Didn't realize her. Oh, let's let him continue.
My colleague sabotaged the engines when her partner was on his mandated 2-minute break. When the free market attempted to breach orbit, well, just about everyone died. I made it to an escape pod on the port side. The ship landed on its starboard. I got lucky.
Sounds tough.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, can we get back to subjects that aren't this? I got goods to sell. Anybody even listening to this?
So now we'll go do the singer.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience.
Oh, come now, Prospero. You've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you, and you're not one for looking bad. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. A man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop to such self-deprecation, especially in front of prospective customers.
You seem well informed. I have questions about the crashed ship.
You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of Free Market Station. And if you want a transfusion, you'll have to grant me your spot of help. I'm in charge of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally this does not present an issue, but I learned that an old flame of mine shall attend my next performance. My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need something to bolster my confidence.
What do you have in mind?
Liquid courage has never failed me, but I have a discerning palate. The automech chef in the bazaar sells my preferred brand of alcohol, though it can be headstrong. You see, I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined palate can only stomach one drink. Iceberg-aged whiskey. Something of a collector's item, I'm told.
All right.
Now, if you'll excuse me, an artist must be granted solitude to properly amass his mental forces.
So you can ask this bartender, but he doesn't have it.
Sorry about our friend here. No matter how slow I talk, the words Free Market Station is independent and does not bow to the Protectorate don't seem to be registering with him. What can I get you?
Glacial aged whiskey.
Oh, sure. Got it right behind the bottled gold and spiced silver. No, I ain't got any fancy booze for our in-house drunkard. And if he wants to know if I do, he should come and ask me himself. Or better yet, focus on his upcoming set.
All right.
Buy from me and live to tell your fellows about my store.
Be sure to pick up your Elon Yang pitchball card. +1 to critical chance. Pardon me.
Shop here to acquire Preparing Sniveling Servitude Protocol. Complete. Greetings, most valued and attractive customer. What may this unit rehydrate for you?
Special brand of alcohol.
Yes, iceberg-aged whiskey is currently on reserve for Prospero Paulo. Current customer is not Prospero Paulo. Unit cannot vend to current customer.
Okay, so I do have hack 3. You can go back and talk to Pello again, and he'll be like, I can't leave the bar, you'll just have to deal with it. So if you don't have hack 3...
Unit cannot see due to extensive error.
Or lockpick 5.
Yeah.
Because it's in here. So you need lockpick 5, and we just got hack 3 just for the quest, so we'll hack him.
Welcome to our... What may this unit rehydrate for you? Scanning.
Okay.
Customer has not transfigured.
Are you sure? Let me open you up.
Since last visit.
Remove-
Unit cannot vend alcohol until this occurs.
Remove your individual identification array. There.
Scanning error. Cannot ascertain identity of current customer. Purging all vending restrictions. Eliminating one restriction. Vending iceberg-aged whiskey complete.
There we go.
Thank you for your patronage.
Buy from me, please?
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on not being nervous does not, in fact, help one not be nervous.
Here's your whiskey.
My friend. Excellent.
So there's 5 for Sub Rosa.
Well, you wish to know about the crash, yes? Are you prepared for a sordid tale of drama and woe?
Get to the point.
You, my friend, remind me of my critics. Very well. Everyone knows that the free market's captain was a hopeless romantic, especially disposed to giving too much of her heart to those inclined to break it. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vanished with most of her bits. The good captain had about all she could endure. With nothing to live for, the aggrieved captain sent the free market into a suicidal tailspin. The crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their fate, but alas, too late. That's all I know. I thank you for your help once again. And now I must get ready for my set.
All right. Back to the archivist.
I just don't get why we have to buy our own weapons from our own merchants.
Greetings. How has the data collection fared?
So, I've gotten 3 reputation from her before. This is the first time I had the engineering 8, so I'm wondering if we're going to get 5. But the more information you give her, the more reputation you get. So I think I've collected everything.
Finally, a breakthrough. Let's hear it. How did the ACS free market meet its end?
Found some debris suggesting the engines both exploded. So that's at engineering 8. Let's try this one. Let's try that one.
Sounds like it was likely due to basic engineering ineptitude. Goodness. I wonder how their ships can fly at all with such incompetent technicians. Aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments?
This is the audio file. Or that's from the singer in the bar. And this is made up. She doesn't like this answer. Don't give her that answer. She thinks that's BS and she won't reward you. These are both from a source, so.
Considering the ship's fate, it would appear that try is the operative word in that phrase. Last question. Were there any contributing factors to the crash? Anything that might recontextualize what actually happened?
This is like usually the only one that always just pops up.
Failing to recognize ability? Seems Auntie's choice is forgetting where upward enters into the phrase upward mobility. Thanks to you, my report is
That's
complete.
still just 3. So I can't seem to get more than 3, but there you go. And then the last thing we'll do is we'll go do Otto's puzzle. It's just showing that you can do this without having to solve that. Oh, and get extra points if you have sneak.
With its own problems, technical and personnel alike. We should have ample opportunity to use this for propaganda purposes. You should have said
I charge extra.
Here's
That was
something
sneak
extra
3.
from my stipend. Now I need to get this report to my superiors. Thanks again.
Alright, so now let's go do Otto's thing. And we'll get an advanced decryption key. So back when I was first trying to do this, I was one of the ones that had, it wasn't working for me because the power line between this one and this one wasn't working. It does seem to be working now, and one clue that yours is glitched is that they don't all make a noise when you turn them on. When it wasn't working for me, when I turned on the power, sometimes there was just no sound to it. And I actually thought that the solution had to do with the ones that made sound versus the ones that didn't. So that's like... So, yours, it will be glitched if they're not all making noise when you enable the power. Okay, top line. Purple means there's power. Pink means there's not. So enable, 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 enable. So that's the first line. Second line. And don't turn on one that's already turned on. So we're going to go up. Alright, so now I have to let the mask recharge. These are the ones that aren't on, so that's how you know those. There you go. We'll get the advanced decryption key, and then you can steal his money too if you want. Shotgun. And then here's his data pad. So if you didn't have Engineering 5, in order to get him to talk, you either need Engineering 5 or this data pad. But since we had Engineering 5, we didn't need the data pad. So if you have Engineering 5, it's okay that the N-rays, in case you're glitched, you can still get it with Engineering 5. You can still get the quest with Engineering 5. So that's water, music box, which you kind of want. And I'll leave that. So there you go. There is the last voyage of the ACS free market and Otto's power puzzle.